All right. Okay, well, here we are with just a casual game between myself and someone that I matched up with just on Steam HD. Name of AIB. I'm just going to call him Yellow for now, if it's just easier. So it's just a casual 1v1 on Arabia. There's nothing other than that to it. Let's take a look at these maps. What made this game interesting enough that I wanted to post it was that this person was a higher rank than I am. And he kept calling a re, and I kept obliging. But he was a nice guy, and these are some fun games, so I just thought I may as well share. So I'll take a look at my map first. We have the berries on the side. The stone pit is in the back, in a kind of difficult place. Oh, look at that line of sheep right beside a 3-pack. So it's not too bad. If this wasn't there, that'd be great. We have a 4-pit gold there. Not too, honestly, this is a pretty open, with the gold in the front, stone in the front. This is a kind of unfortunate map. Let's take a look at yellow to see if he's favored any better. It doesn't look like it with the gold in the front, but you know what? Honestly, I think his map isn't too bad. He can wall off on the side here. He can wall off on the front. It's a longer wall here, but he can do it if he were to place his forward barracks here and his blacksmith and whatnot just across the front, and he can protect the stone by a simple wall there. This isn't that bad. I would actually prefer to have this map. I would say that he has the map advantage currently. So let's take a look at what I have. Just scouting, trying to get in, trying to find my sheep, trying to find my boar, trying to find my resources. Here I go to lure my first boar. I probably should have went for this one, but I wasn't liking that hill. Lately I've been trying to wait to get loom. I used to, when I was a much newer player to this game, I typically would wait to get loom. I typically would get loom quite early, but now I've noticed that, obviously that is giving your TC some time where it isn't producing villagers. And, ooh, we have an idol. This is a bad waypoint. Bad waypoint. So I wasn't liking this hill, and I wanted to wait. So, yes, loom is coming in for myself right now. Let's see if yellow has loom. Yellow already has loom. So I'd imagine if we take a look at the villager count, I am up by 1 villager. However, since I've gotten loom earlier, that kind of is going to be evening itself out. Let's speed this up so we can just get some action. I just found this long line of sheep that was in the side. Going after my berries. Standard build at the moment. Oh, and you know what I missed? I didn't discuss what civs we're playing. So let me slow it down to discuss this again. I am playing the Maulians. Good, strong team. The Gebetto being probably my favorite non-cavalry unit in the game. And we have yellow playing the Britons. So, great archer civ. Difficult matchup against... Well, it depends on who you're asking, but... Oh, and here I am going for this boar lure. This is why I got loom earlier. I didn't like that hill. I knew it would do a lot of damage. Even with loom, it did do a decent chunk. Would have taken out that villager, more than likely, if loom wasn't in play. At least just with my own skill level at the moment. If someone like if a much higher level player were to be pulling that boar, I don't think they'd have issue. We have yellow here. He is pushing... is he pushing the deer to his TC? I can't tell if he is... I think he is. Yes, he's trying to push the deer to his TC. It's at an unfortunate place at the moment. That was a pretty good push. It went a good distance. A lot of food. Oh yeah, so he is pushing the deer since there's a deer at the TC. Something that I tend to neglect when I play this game, unfortunately. I wish I didn't. I need to focus on it. I have an idol in the corner here. Unfortunate. Come on. Do something. There we go. Wasn't idle for too long. That's what I'll tell myself. Having some difficulty with the deers, but they're not fun. He got one. He's going for his last of the... I imagine it was a 4-pack. Unfortunately, all I have is the 3 here. Behind the forests. That is just going to take a lot of time for me to try and push to my town center. So we have myself now dropping this forward barracks, trying to start creating a little wall. I see this gold here. I'm hoping I can actually try and block it. Now, with the Fog of War off, I don't think this is the best placement, but, you know, with the Fog of War on, I thought that it would have been alright. You can see my scouting here all the way around, snaking around the map, finding yellow, and trying to just figure out what other resources are in the area. So I'm at 490 food. We popped 22, so clicking up to feudal at 8:30. Kind of a late time. That loom didn't help. And if we take a look from yellow's perspective, he is actually up to feudal before I am. He's placing a forward barracks, and just like I said, this is a great place to wall. He's laying 2 houses down. The forward barracks, this is actually a nice walling map, wherein mine is much more open in some respects. It's going to be much closer to the TC too. I don't like that I did this. I did block out the gold, which I should have maybe come up. But you live and you learn. You play and you learn. I'm going to speed this up a bit now so that we get to feudal. He has 6 on wood right now, so... Oh. Some engagement between the TC and the scout. Getting some hits off, but not enough for it to really make any difference. So here I am now going forward. I believe I'm going to be placing a forward stable, and yes, I am doing scouts as a Maulian, so not conventional by any means. Maulians being, well, oh, sorry, that is the Britons. If you were to look at the, let me just go to the Maulians. Maulians are listed as an infantry civilization, so to go for this stable here is kind of unconventional. We actually have yellow going for a stable also as the Britons. Britons, of course, an archer civ, but they do have a pretty decent cavalry line, depending on who you ask. If you take a look again, they have no bloodlines. You know what? I'm going to take back what I said. The Britons do not have a very good cavalry line. Not too bad at... Sorry, not too good at all. I am taking that back. They do get all the armor upgrades, but other than that, no bloodlines, no paladins. Surprise, no hussars. I always forget no hussars. I see this villager coming forward. Not entirely sure what he's going for at the moment. We have a scout engagement in my base, getting some hits off on that. We have scouts queued up in my stable. We have, so there's going to be a little bit of a back and forth here. Looks like there are more scouts out currently for yellow, not including the one which I started with. So 2v2 at the moment. I wish I had actually followed that one villager. I'm not entirely sure what he was doing. So 2v3. Britons having an attack upgrade. Attack upgrade in for myself also. Typically I would go for the defensive upgrade first. I think that that is always better to get. To be honest, I can't recall why it is that I went for the attack first. Defense upgrades coming in for myself. 4 scouts against 3. No defense upgrades for him yet. So I would have been able to clean up that army. The wall is nearly complete for myself. Finishing that palisade, and the palisade's here. So I'm going to be able to protected to be booming back so I can keep pumping out either scouts or trying to quickly get up to castle so that I can begin to pump out knights, and that is what I'm going to do this time. Putting down a palisade gate so I can get to this gold. My scouts are going around the side, and yellow is currently trying to wall it off. He missed this area though, and this is all open, and I'm going to get in with my 5 scouts. Upgraded. This villager is going to go down. And these villagers are going to be brought back. And yellow calls an early GG. Frustrated, it seems, by that scout rush. And there it is. So that was the first game that AIB and I played today. After that, he called a re, and I guess I'll cast that game next. So it's just a simple scout rush. There wasn't too much to this, but I wouldn't normally post this game or a game like this since it's so short at 14 minutes. But the fact that there were 3 that we played concurrently, that we played in a row, yeah, I may as well just do all of them. They were fun games to play, so hopefully they're fun games to watch. Cheers.